Thank you, Mr. Bresnahan.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This legislation is long overdue, and I commend Chairman Graves, Ranking Member Larson, and the Emergency Management Subcommittee for their thoughtful work in advancing this legislation. Responding to disasters is personal to me. In my previous life in power restoration, we worked to restore power after major storms. We have sent linemen to states like Florida after major hurricanes. Northeastern Pennsylvania has experienced our fair share of disasters, particularly flooding. When I was 11, I had to sandbag my grandparents' house. You never forget the smell of flood mud. This legislation will ensure that Northeastern Pennsylvania and other hard-hit communities will be properly supported in mitigation and rebuilding efforts. It puts states in the driver's seats by promoting mitigation efforts and allowing states to create pre-approved project mitigation lists. It also ensures more consistent and predictable funding streams through a new formula program. It will also allow states, counties, and localities to combine different mitigation dollars for larger scale innovative projects for mitigation projects cross jurisdictions. Importantly for my district, it ensures that mitigation projects already approved by FEMA, but that didn't receive funding shall be considered a pre-approved project. In Northeastern Pennsylvania, 3 projects to buy out properties in a floodplain in Scranton and rebuild flood levees at Exeter and Duryea had their funding canceled. This legislation ensures those projects will be pre-approved and eligible for funding to protect our local communities. And it clarifies that electric utilities are eligible for mitigation projects, which I will encourage grid hardening and power restoration. I'm proud that my legislation, the Studying Mitigation and Reporting Transparency Act, is included in the base text of the FEMA Reform Act. It would require FEMA to conduct a study to evaluate the effectiveness, long-term cost savings, and strategic impact of its hazard mitigation activities across the U.S. This legislation also supports disaster victims by creating a single, streamlined application for assistance and providing states with flexibility to provide the best emergency housing for victims. Now we know that we can't control Mother Nature, but we can control how we prepare for and respond to Mother Nature. This legislation will go a long way in supporting our communities before, during, and after natural disasters. I encourage my colleagues to vote yes on this bill as well as the amendment. Thank you, and I yield back.